And still on security, an analysis of budget documents shows that Nigerian states spent a combined 525.23 billion naira on security votes and related operations between 2023 and 2025. Data from BudgIT-backed Open States reveals that security spending rose steadily, even as killings, kidnappings, and violent attacks escalated nationwide. Now, allocations increased from 150.47 billion naira in 2023 to 210.68 billion naira in 2025, a rise of over 40% in 3 years. Borno, Anambra, Delta, and Benue recorded the highest spending, while several states reported unclear figures. The growing budgets have renewed concerns over accountability and impact as insecurity persists. Meanwhile, the federal government has signed a $9 million contract with U.S.-based lobbying firm DCI Group to counter the allegations of a Christian genocide as killings continue to spread. Now, to get further into this conversation, I'm joined by Okiki Adeniran, a lawyer who is in the studio with me. Okiki, good afternoon and welcome to News Central Now. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
So this news is really trending, and it's also, of course, causing a lot of conversations. The news that a $9 million lobbying contract has been signed, and this is supposedly to help fight how people view, particularly the U.S. Congress and possibly the American public, also view the killings in Nigeria. Do you think this is the right step in the right direction?
Well, my plain answer is no. This is not the right step in the right direction. Now, there's so many issues, there's so many issues regarding security. It's very clear that the country is not, certain part of the country, right, are not safe. And, to this end, there's been a lot of issues that have been raised. Most importantly, internationally, there's been issues raised, and in fact, there's been help, from the international scene. And, now having to lobby, with this amount of money, you get a firm to lobby and to, brand the country in this particular, at this particular time, is the wrong move. What we should be spending our money on right now is to ensure that, we get our security forces on ground, we get equipment, we get good things to fight the terrorists and to fight the, this, particular group that they've decided to, come into our country and to, do certain things. But as we speak, just like it's been read, we have an agreement that's been signed with a lobbying company to lobby on behalf of Nigeria to, paint Nigeria as a good country. And, it's a very sad, decision for me, because this is not what we should be doing right now.
Okay.
We should move forward.
So one big question that has been on many people's minds is simply to ask whether fighting to change the narrative is as important as ending the killings, which are worsening by the day anyway. So when we look at what is being spent to hire and contract a lobbying organization versus what Nigeria has spent over the past several years, what Nigeria has budgeted for federally, and what has been spent at the state level as well in terms of security votes, how do you juxtapose the two? Is this going to be money that maybe in the long run is well worth it, or just another drop in the bucket of what becomes daily and escalating killings and violence? What are your thoughts?
Sincerely, I feel that this is just one of those things, just where we have it, right? We have seen that an agreement has been signed, and, it's probably going to be the same way, just like we had it, in such a way that, an agreement has been signed. We have the government speak so highly of this agreement, saying that we want this particular firm to brand us in a particular way to the international scene. It's just going to be one of those, steps that will be taken, and one of the monies that will be spent, right, regarding a particular issue that is not important. What we should be looking at right now should be how to end, terrorism, not spending on branding. First thing is, the Constitution already states that protecting the citizens, lies solely on the government. But what we are saying now is that we're trying to brand the country and brand the government, right, in a particular way, to show that they are doing what they're supposed to do, rather than fighting and ensuring that the citizens are safe, right? So right, I feel that it's just going to be the same thing, the same way we've had it, and it's not...
No change.
No change, yeah.
You know, so in all honesty, I think a lot of Nigerians are not exactly sure how lobbying organizations work or how lobbying works because of how our politics plays. But in what way do you think the lobbying groups' work could exactly impact the war on terror? And what have the grieving communities in Niger, Katsina, Kebbi, in the North Central, how do they benefit from a $9 million contract with a lobbying organization to represent or represent how Nigeria is viewed when it comes to these allegations of Christian genocide?
Oh, sincerely, believe me, they can't gain anything. Now, what they're supposed to gain from the monies being spent, right, is monies that will be given to the community to ensure that they are good. Monies that will be given to the security agencies to buy equipment and to safeguard that particular part of Nigeria. But right, just like you said, it's just no change. It's just the same way we're trying to just the way it's been said, that we're trying to leave the major issue, and we're trying to show the good part in that sense, in quotes, right? But it's just basic that these communities cannot gain anything. They cannot even have a share of the money that's being spent, or have it right regarding provision for them, maybe food or anything. It's just going to be spent by the government lobbying, trying to paint what a scenario that is not is not real. We're just trying to make it real, and that is very sad. In fact, if it degenerates, I mean the killings and everything, it shows Nigeria in a very bad perspective, because it means that once you're trying to, it's like you're trying to paint something that is already bad, and then all of a sudden it goes down, right? So my submission is that there's nothing to gain from this, right? Let the government focus on what they're supposed to do, what the Constitution already states that they should do, protecting the citizen, not spending money to brand the country.
Okiki Adeniran, thank you so much. Adeniran, thank you so much for joining us on News Central Now. I know that in the coming days we'll probably be hearing more from the federal government in terms of clarity and what exact expectations are of this lobbying group. But we'll leave it at that for now.